Welcome back to It's a Fulbright Friday with your co-hosts,
LP
and LT. Well, I'm getting nostalgic in some ways because we're not only coming to close to the end of this series, this is our next to the last one, I'm also starting to get that feeling of like back to schoolness, right? So headed to Target recently and, you know, like all of the pens are out and all of the binders are there and everybody's getting ready to go back to school.
Getting their unicorn folders.
Yeah, definitely. Getting their Lisa Frank Trapper Keepers.
Right.
Do you have yours?
I always loved that. I loved getting like new pencils and crayons.
Oh, I know. There's nothing better than
writing my initials on them, so no one, if someone took them,
Mm-hmm.
I would know that they were mine.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just really possessed.
She still does that. She had to write her name on her scissors because I always steal them.
That's true. Yeah.
So do you ever like do and I don't know if they still do this, but where you get your books issued to you, so you don't, you know, like this public school system, whatever, you don't get to keep your books, and you have to like put the covers on them. You know, like you have to like put a brown paper cover on the book.
Oh, I forgot
and you would cut
about
it out,
that.
and then put it on the book, and then you would write on it, and then you would like put stickers on it or whatever, because you didn't need to harm the. Why do they do that? Like you can't be trusted. You can be trusted with the book, but not like. What are you gonna get milk on the cover?
Also, hiding what you're reading.
Hiding what you're reading.
It is odd. I never really thought about that. But my favorite thing was reading time. When we sit there in elementary school and the teacher...
that's where the teacher needs a break. They're like, it's reading time.
Yeah, and then you got to eat your snacks like goldfish.
Yeah, I've never had this experience.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I have read. But I've just not like had reading time with goldfish. But I mean, that could totally be a thing.
Yeah, that was a lovely time in elementary school. It's back to school, so we decided we should just do a back to school checklist.
Yep, so your hot tip is actually a hot checklist.
Everyone could use a hot checklist.
Everybody needs a hot checklist in their life. So we're going to go through a checklist, and there's going to be 4 things we need to think about in terms of getting prepared for the internal deadline, which is
September 1st.
All right, start us off.
Numero uno. You need to get back in touch with your recommenders. Ideally, you have already identified them and maybe asked them. Now follow up with them, sending them a draft of your material so that they can use that as reference, and registering them in the online application so that they receive the link to upload their recommendation letter or recommender form.
Oh wow, it like landed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is working on completing or submitting your affiliation letters or letter, or none of those if you don't have to put forward affiliations. But if you need them, you are the one that
for research or study.
Yes, for research or study. You are the one that is in charge of actually getting those and uploading them to your application. There will only be one spot where you can upload them. So if you happen to have more than one affiliation, which is awesome, you need to combine them into one PDF and then upload that to your application.
Great. Number 3, you need. Okay, that's nice and easy. Number 3. If you need a foreign language evaluation, then you need to be getting in touch with someone who is authorized or has the credentials to evaluate your language. So in some cases, that might be reaching back out to a language professor you've had and asking them if they can do the form, or it could be getting in touch with a department here and asking if they could connect you to someone who can do the foreign language evaluation for you. It probably will take no more than 10 minutes, it's a simple like bubble form, but you need to identify that person so you can register them in the system and that they can be sent the form to upload.
I do not know what a bubble form is, but...
Just like a little checkbox.
Is that the technical term? I've never heard bubble form before.
Bubble form, checkbox, same thing, they know what I'm talking about.
They're radio buttons.
Okay.
I forgot what the 4th thing was, but you won't. Oh, that's because you stole the 4th one. I was doing language evaluation, you were doing short answer essays. Okay, so the 3rd one, which is actually now the 4th one, is making sure that all of the other components in your application are filled out. You don't want to leave any white space. You've taken all the time and effort to write those essays, to get all those pieces together. I know you may be getting a little bit of fatigue, but you still need to think just as strategically about those little elements of your application as you do the bigger elements of your application. So if you have any questions about like, what should I write in response to the short answer questions that ask me about community engagement, or what I plan to do on my Fulbright, you need to go back to the webinar that actually talks about the strategies behind what you should be filling out in that space. But don't leave stuff blank. 1, 2, 4, and 3. Okay, what time is it?
It's Fulbright fan club time.
Penultimate Fulbright fan club.
Yeah.
Ever since I came into like college and heard the word penultimate, I just always want to use it all the time to show how I know what that word means. And I mean, now everybody knows what it means, but I still just feel like gratification.
You already mentioned it multiple times.
So this is the penultimate. If you don't know what it means, look it up.
Oh, look, we're doing vocab lessons at the same time. I like how we still have our stocking here.
What do you think the word is for the second to the last? Like the Christmas Eve.
There's a word for that?
It probably is. It's probably like triultimate.
Triultimate? Yeah, maybe.
Can you let us know?
Okay.
Oh, I think I did that last time, but that's okay. Oh, that's a good question, guys. What pets did you have while you were growing up?
I didn't have any pets.
Next question. I had a series of dogs. And I say
a series? You make it sound like they came about.
They did. They came and went.
Unfortunate ends.
I probably had like 5 dogs that I remember. You know, most people have like, oh, there's this one dog that I remember in my childhood. Yeah. Like I had like 5 because Texans, maybe not Texans, my parents who are Texan and I am Texan, like they don't always take care of their dogs as best they should.
They just let them run around outside.
Yeah, they kind of let them run around outside. They don't train them very well. Or they run away, or like you get really tired because you didn't put any investment in training them and your mom takes them to the pound while you were like at school. So I had a lot of dogs. Not all at once, but a series of them.
What was your favorite dog? What kind?
What kind? Yeah, I know this is hard. Sophie the Golden Retriever. Golden Retrievers are good dogs. That one actually hung around a while, so it's
kind of cliche family dog thing.
Yeah.
The Golden Retrievers are so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had matching sweaters.
Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, to keep its paws
for my Christmas card.
Oh. No, I was never allowed to have any pets because different family members were allergic to both cats and dogs.
Did you have anything like reptiles?
No.
I wouldn't either, but I'm saying like those aren't going to have
Oh my goodness.
problems.
Once I babysat for the Terror twins who had mice and they thought it was a great idea to take their mice out of the cage. They probably wanted to test me.
I don't want to even think about this. This is horrible.
But they I don't understand. For anyone who has rodents as pets, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Get it. Don't
understand it.
I don't get it. Like what? They like terrorize you with the mice?
They just had them run around. Like not
out of
in
the
cages? I know.
No.
So no. So stick with maybe dogs or turtles could be nice too. Maybe rabbits.
Yeah.
But not ferrets either.
I didn't understand this whole thing. Like is this still a big thing to have ferrets?
No, I just remember riding on a train in Spain. The train in Spain stays mainly in the plane.
My ferret.
Yeah. This woman had a ferret that she let run around her.
Oh, you know what I was thinking you were gonna say when you did that? Like a scarf.
No.
Like, oh wow.
No, this wasn't that kind of story.
It's a PETA, situation.
This is a live ferret, but yes.
Oh, I thought they were nocturnal. Why are they like hanging out?
I don't know, but anyway. Okay.
No ferrets.
See you next week for our last and
edition,
final, not the penultimate, the final.
Not the penultimate, the non-penultimate, the ultimate.
Yeah, the ultimate
final
edition.
Finale.
Okay.
Bye-bye.